the Be Do Have series is literally a 4-part, really comprehensive series where I show people the mechanisms to change their subconscious reprogramming, to literally bust bad habits very, very quickly. And a way that actually works very well. And people have stopped a lot of years of counterproductive habits by doing what I show in that program. It's all free. And I spend 8 hours delivering that program. It's free. And you know what? After all the content that I give them and people sign up, they want it, I still will have maybe 3, 4, 5, 8, 10 out of thousands and thousands. I mean, we'll have 10,000 registered hating on me. And they get deleted immediately from the group, because if they're going to hate on me, you know what? I mean, at that level I'm playing at already with them, it's maybe they're just not a fit for this group and they need to go somewhere else because they're not even valuing what I'm sharing. But I remember sharing a story in the Be Do Have, and I don't talk very little about shamanism or any of that, because it's more brain-based and cognitive psychology and transformational psychology and etc. And I said, because Don Javier said this to me one time, he goes, I live my life like a polished rock. And what he meant by that is when we polish ourselves and we become that compassionate, loving person, we're smooth, metaphorically speaking. We polish our beingness. And I said, Don Javier taught me that, he's the shaman, is what I said. And I said, what he taught me was that we need to live our lives like a polished rock. And a polished rock, things will slide off from it, right? And a person in the group said, you know what, Jim, I was following you till you mentioned that about shamanism, and you completely lost me. Probably the one time last year I went and looked at a profile only because I just wanted to see kind of like who this person is. Guess what? Blank profile again. But you know what? It didn't bother me. It didn't bother me in the least bit. None. Why? They weren't telling me who I was. They were telling me who they were. And in that moment, I'm like, okay, I wish you well. I wish you well on your path and your way. But here's where a lot of people go into a tailspin, as I've alluded to, is they go into, either anger or arguing, or they go into the acceptance of the interpretations of other people. And then when people hate on them, they close down and they kind of like seal themselves up from the world, and they stop shining. Why? A phrase that I heard a friend of mine say many years ago, and this is probably, you guys have heard this before, but the phrase is, hurt people hurt people. Consider that. Hurt people hurt people. And the way that I look at it is, why would I choose to let a hurt, wounded person take my power? Why would I give them my happiness and my well-being and my peace of mind? Because see, I'm healing. We're all healing. That's why we're here. One of the reasons we're here on the planet. And maybe the entire reason is to heal and to evolve and to grow, as I've said before. Why would I give all of my power away?